Hi all, welcome to another episode of Berg Performance, and today we have this Volkswagen Golf 7.5 2.0 TSI GTI Performance in the shop. It is a non-OPF model, so 2017 model year. I think it's a facelift still because I see the tail lights, but maybe they have done it afterwards, I don't know. But we have done a couple of things to this car. So this is a proper Stage 2 Plus setup with the intercooler upgrade, with the catless downpipe that we fitted to the car, with the air intake that we fitted to the car as well, but most importantly, the calibration. So you will see what we can do and what we can really achieve with these Volkswagen products. Cars on our own dyno so that we have consistent measurements throughout every car that leaves our shop. So this car with the stock intake and with the upgraded intercooler, the catless downpipe and our custom calibration with Stage 2. These are peak numbers. It is producing 339.9, so 340 horsepower, 480 Newton meters of torque. This is the stock turbocharger that has been fitted to the car. As you can see on these lines, it is like completely flat. The torque delivery is absolutely beautiful, as you can see here. And also the power delivery from up to 5,500 RPM until red line is almost producing 340 horsepower. Now what we want to do is not sell all kinds of intakes for each car. We want to test these solutions to see if they really benefit these cars in a positive way. So what we are doing is we are extracting the absolute maximum out of the stock hardware setup, so the stock airbox that this car has been fitted with. And now with the same calibration, we are going to fit the carbon fiber intake of Blaze Performance, the Atom V2 kit, on this car to see what kind of difference it would make. Is it positive? Is it negative? You will find out. So it's good for you to have a little bit of Vaseline to have everything a little bit smooth on the inside or outside. I'm talking about the intake, nothing else. Just a little bit, nothing will happen, don't worry. Yes, we have special greases for this. Yes, you all know it better. No worries. Look, now we fit this. Oppa, that's it. The kid can do the laundry. That's how we say it in Dutch. Look, look at this beauty. Ooh, beautiful. So first of all, it's bloody hot in here and we just fitted the intake. I think the installation was around 50 minutes, 45-50 minutes. And it just looks beautiful. Also a cool thing, when you're fitting this intake, it also provides you with a bigger turbo inlet. So you don't need necessarily to buy an extra turbo inlet and an intake. It comes with the whole package. So directly after fitting the intake, we did a consecutive session of 3 runs for the modified intake that we fit to the car. And in the third run, after a lot of heat that has been generated, as you can see, it is producing around 7 horsepower more at the top range. So 7 is just a peak number, of course, but you should look at it like this. So the red line was the old line with the OEM intake, and the blue line is the modified intake. So from approximately 5,500 RPM until red line near 7,000, it is flowing a bit more freely in comparison to the OEM intake. Is it all about the power? Would you notice the 7 horsepower gain that the intake made? Of course not, probably not. But what it is good for is that because the turbo inlet is bigger, it is able to provide more airflow into the turbo. Now we're going to see if we can extract even more horsepower out of this car, because the 340 horsepower was like the limit for the OEM box. And this is just the start with the upgraded intake to see what kind of modifications we can still do to the software to gain more power out of this vehicle. But yeah, in essence, it's not only about power, it's also about the experience that you have and the aesthetics of a car. If you open up the engine bay or the hood, you would see that there's a magnificent part of engineering placed into the engine. And also the sound is like the whooshy sounds that you get is cool. So the end result, well, or the starting point. This car is doing 245 horsepower and 380 Newton meters out of the factory when stock. We measured it, as you can see here. It was doing approximately 260 horsepower. That is with a catless downpipe, with the intercooler fitted, and also with the air intake fitted. It was doing 260 horsepower, but a spot on 380 Newton meters of torque throughout the rev range. As you can see, the lines are a little bit wobbly, original, like you would expect from every car, also on BMWs, Volkswagens, it's like that. The tuning, I mean, I was expecting, to be honest, around 320, 330 horsepower, but this car produced 350 horsepower. So in the end, it was 348 point something, as near as makes no difference, 350 horsepower from approximately 5,500 RPM throughout the rev range until the red line. And the torque, we have limited the torque at low RPM, that it comes in at a later moment, so it will stress the engine less and also not overspool the turbocharger of this car, and it is producing a lot of horsepower. One thing I'm not very happy about is that we don't have any Dragy results. Maybe I can call the owner back to let me do the Dragy tests on this car, but simply we don't have time. He's coming right now to the shop and I have to close the shop for 2 weeks because of a holiday, but I will call him. He lives around 1.5 hours further away from the shop, so if he does it, thank you very much if you're watching this as well. But I am really curious what this car will do on the 100 to 200. I mean, the 0 to 100 is not that important on a front-wheel driven car. But yeah, I think it will be a very fast car. Thank you all very much for watching again. And I was explaining that the owner was coming to the shop right now. Can he film you? As you can see, he just arrived at the shop with the taxi. So indeed, I cannot do any Dragy runs, but I will ask him if we are allowed to do the Dragy runs at a later stadium. So let's see how that will go. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.